Just give me 1 second. We're getting shots of the finance minister presenting the first copy of the budget to the President of India, Droupadi Murmu, and I think that sweet exchange ceremony is also something that is part of tradition. So you have the MOS Finance, you have the Finance Minister, and the entire team. So it's the team that prepares the budget. Expenditure Secretary, the Revenue Secretary, the Finance Secretary, the CEA, all of them sort of meeting the President, and then she presents the first sort of symbolic copy to the President, and then goes to the Parliament building, where under the Prime Minister's leadership, they convene the Cabinet endorses the budget, and then she goes to the Lok Sabha to present at 11 a.m.
Yeah, so there will be the formalities. So this is about the feel-good, the factors that the average 800 million people are going to ask, what's in it for me?
One second. Look, economic growth, they've assumed, they don't understand the word economic growth at all. Whether 8%, 7%.
You're being very simple.
No, 1 second. Can I just finish?
He's talking about the average 800 million people.
You'll criticize as much as you want. Look, whether it's 8%, 7%, 6%, how much is it translated to me? They don't understand one word of what we are discussing on economic growth. What they want is jobs, which you have said about feeling good, that look, unskilled, if he spends on capex, how do you sustain capex? How does that minister create unskilled jobs for everybody? Now the question is attitude. When most people are getting freebies, they are saying attitude, humko kaam kyun nahi karna hai. Most average people are not working. Now the question is, how is she going to do it in a manner where you incentivize working?
May I?
Yeah.
1 sec. She wanted to say something.
No, I wanted to very quickly talk on the tax relief. See, because the rest of them require a lot of proper thinking, database, research, whichever way for you to push that. But with tax relief, I'll give you 3 things you can do where the individual can immediately. So you have direct taxes. If you were to look at the reforms in your direct tax code has been pending for a while. So you look at direct taxes for the individual, for the middle class, and you look at your corporate direct tax. We're still fairly competitive, but with MSMEs, etc., look at that. That is your first bit. Second, for your slightly more savvy class, re-look at your LTCG, your long-term capital gains, which has also been a subject of a lot of debate because there have been many changes that have come which has made it difficult. Second. Third, and one of my pet topics, reduce the import duty on gold. Reduce the import duty on gold. Tomorrow you want your 800 million people to understand what has happened. Gold is no longer affordable in that sense as far as prices, not just because of escalation, and compared to your global prices, your 10 and plus 15% on import duty high. Reduce that at least marginally with the fiscal legroom we have today, and you will see that.
Right.
So these
we have to take a break, but sir, 1 minute, 60 seconds exactly, sir.
Yeah. So I would just say that feel good, yes, I agree. But this is the time to really set the agenda. Don't let the opposition set the agenda. Let the government set the agenda. But it requires an explanation. It requires education. And if you're going to talk, jobs idea does appeal to everybody because everybody aspires for a better job. So take that jobs idea, but then build up the fact that how jobs actually create wealth for the country. Take the idea how it affects everybody's in the how increases consumption, etc., etc., etc.
Right. So set the agenda, seize the narrative, make everyone feel good within your party, your allies, and also the people of Bharat. Well, one thing, whether or not the budget sets the agenda, we'll know. It's a matter, you can see the countdown clock in a matter of an hour and 10 minutes. That's what we'll know in about 80 minutes. The ball will be set rolling, ladies and gentlemen. Actually, 70 minutes now. But we are setting the agenda here on Budget Day with our fantastic panel and, of course, some direction, some focused conversations that we are attempting to drive. Stay with us. See you after the break here on the CNN News 18 DBS Bank Budget Day studio.